I love slow-cooked meat of any kind, and brisket is one of my very favorite cuts. It cooks up nice and tender and flavorful, and my family is crazy about it. Now I'm gonna whip up a Cajun version, and it's gonna turn into a wonderful make-ahead meal. Now brisket is not a speedy process. I actually started it last night by making a really flavorful rub. I put 2 tablespoons of salt into a bowl with 1 tablespoon of seasoned salt, the same amount of onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, and ground black pepper. I threw in a couple of teaspoons of lemon pepper, the same amount of cayenne, then for the herbs, a teaspoon of ground thyme, and the same of oregano. Finally, 2 tablespoons of dark brown sugar. Then I mixed all the herbs, spices, seasonings, and sugar together to make a super flavorful Cajun mix. Then I just rubbed it all over a great big brisket. This really is one of my very favorite cuts of meat. I got it onto a sheet pan, covered it tightly in plastic wrap, put it in the fridge, and went to bed. Now I'm gonna cook the brisket in this big disposable roasting pan, so I'll get it in there. Briskets are so unapologetically huge. Make lots of make-ahead meals. Now I'm also gonna put some veggies in the pan, so I'll chop up some celery. That's always a good start. Now I've just finished chopping up a whole bunch of veggies. I've got the celery. I just sliced it into pieces. And then I have green bell pepper. Love the flavor of these in this brisket. And then big, thick slices of onion. Now I've also got several cloves of garlic, and I'll just sprinkle those in. Now I'll move forward with the sauce for the brisket. The base of the sauce is a little bit unusual. It's coffee with chicory. It's kind of a nod to New Orleans. You can just use regular strongly brewed coffee too. It just gives the brisket a nice, rich flavor. Now to the coffee, I'll add a little can of tomato paste. It'll result in this nice, rich cooking liquid. The tomato paste will give it some tanginess. Now I'll just pour this liquid right over. Just get it totally coating the veggies in the brisket. What a pretty color too. And then to finish it off, a big can of diced tomatoes, juice and all. This is a glorious combination of ingredients, and this brisket is gonna be heavenly. Now, to cook it, I'll cover this big old pan with a big old sheet of foil. I'll just get it totally covered. Now, the brisket's gonna cook low and slow in a 275-degree oven for about 7 hours or until it's nice and tender. Now, it's gonna be in the oven for quite a while, but let me tell you what I do after it finishes cooking. And while I'm at it, I'll share a little daydream about tomorrow night's supper. So when the cooking time's up, the brisket comes out of the oven and the foil comes off. It'll be deliciously tender. And then shred it. This is just a matter of getting to work with some forks and pulling the scrumptiously soft beef apart. When it's all shredded, it goes back into the pan with the vegetables and sauce. And if it was for dinner tonight, it would be ready to go. But it's for tomorrow, so the foil goes on. And when it's cool, it goes into the fridge. Then fast forward to tomorrow, it goes back into the oven at 275. And when it's warmed through, it's ready to take the foil off and serve it up. Now this needs nothing more than a big helping of creamy cheese grits. And now comes the brisket moment of truth. A big pile of meat, yum. Some vegetables, double yum. And sauce, triple yum. Finally, a sprinkling of parsley, and it's perfect.